This sequence is designed to wake you up, so we're going to show you how to do it with Jack here. We're going to start with a pumping breath. So some people like to sit cross-legged, other people like to sit kneeling. Jack's chosen to sit cross-legged for this one. And you put your hand on your stomach and you're going to really start breathing quite strongly. If this is uncomfortable for you, please just skip it. But this is how you do it. You just bring your left elbow back a bit so people can see, Jack. That's it. Five to 10 breaths is enough so we can finish there. And that's a very waking up breath. Just take a few normal, slow, long breaths. If you feel a bit dizzy, that's perfectly normal. And the way you do this pumping breath is you accentuate the out breath and you let the in breath be passive. But now we're just taking some long, deep breaths. Fantastic. And that should prepare you nicely for the sun salutation, which is the warm-up exercises in yoga. So coming up to standing on the front of your mat, I'm going to go through it slowly to start with so you can learn it. So bring your palms to the centre of your chest. And this is a point where we make an intention. So if you'd like to have an intention for your day, whether it's to be joyful, kind, peaceful, or something like that. And then breathe in, stretch up nice and high. Arms are up high. And then exhale, bend forwards into a forward bend. Bring your right leg back behind you, put the knee on the floor, look up. Bring the left leg, sorry, carry on, yeah, that's fine. Arms up, and then bring your arms down as you exhale. And bring the left leg back into press up position. Come down onto the floor. And breathe in, look up. So we're opening, chest is nice and open, shoulders away from the ears as you see. And then coming into downward dog. Push down through the lower back and push down through the heels, I should say. And when you're ready, step through with your right foot. This might be tricky at first, but just see how far you can come and look up. Good. Bring your arms up. Nice. And bring your arms down as you exhale and bring the left leg through. And then gently come back up into your standing position. Your arms up above your head and maybe a little backward bend here as well. Looking at the ceiling. Excellent. And down. So many Indians do this every day. Most yogis do this every day just to start their day. Let's carry on. Using the breath if that's not too complicated. And we're going to go with the left leg back. Bring your arms up, focus. Bring your arms down, exhale. Right leg back, exhale down. Breathe in, come up. Exhale and go to V or downward dog. Inhale, left leg forwards. Arms up. Exhale down. Left leg forwards. Tuck the head in. Inhale, up and back. Exhale down. And you'll notice your breath will come deeper as you do this. Good to open the window if you're doing this actually. Carrying on. Initially we might like to do maybe 6 rounds, that's 6 on each side, and then build up to 12. And we're going to stop here just for brevity's sake, but you can carry on by yourself. Pause here and carry on for yourself a few more rounds. We're going to move to our next position, which is the handstand. You do this up against the wall if you like, but it just keeps you awake and makes you feel very vibrant and awake. So when you're ready, you can first lie down if you like, just for a few seconds to gather your breath and to get back into stillness for a moment before we prepare for a handstand. And sometimes it's very valuable to prepare mentally for things, so you might like to visualise yourself in a nice strong handstand up against the wall, reminding you maybe of primary school when you did it in the playground or in gym. So before, it's important between postures just to get the breath back and find yourself calming the body, and the breath should be back to normal before you continue with the next position. And sun salutation is fantastic because it wakes up every muscle group of the body. So you might want to tuck your t-shirt in, and some people like to do the handstand very slowly, but that takes a long time to master. But initially when we do the handstand, we just place the hands on the floor and then kick up against the wall. And that's fine. You can do a few times like this, keep going if you like. That's it. Feel strong through the shoulder girdle, really pressing down through the palms of the hands. Use the breath as Jack is doing here to keep yourselves nice and strong. Being upside down is really good for the body, good for the heart, good for the thyroid gland, and good for the shoulders as well. And coming down. Fantastic. It's important to do a counter posture, which in this case will be the child's pose. So let's just come into child's pose briefly. Rest the shoulders, because you put quite a lot of pressure into the shoulders there. And the hands wherever they can be comfortably. As long as the forehead is on the floor. Sometimes some people like to put cushions underneath their bottoms just to kind of make it a little bit more comfortable. And again, bringing the breath back to normal between the postures before we're ready for our downward dog. So I'm going to allow Jack to take his time whenever he's ready. He's going to come into the downward dog, no rush. This is also an inversion because the upper body is inverted. And we're stretching out the shoulder blades here, we're stretching out the lower back, we're stretching out the hamstrings. You might like to start with slightly bent knees and then straighten them as you press down through the heels. But since you've just been using your shoulders for the handstand, sometimes this can be a little bit, you don't really want to hold this for too long. So when you're ready then, Jack, walk your feet towards your hands into the standing forward bend, and then up to standing facing me. And we're going to do the side bend standing up. So facing the camera then, bring the hands up above you, grab hold of the wrists, or make a prayer position in your hands up above your head, and then stretch one side of the body. So just lean over to one side. This is, again, very beneficial to open up the side of the lungs, open up the side of the body, stimulate the liver and the kidneys, and to generally release anger through the side of the body. And then come over to the other side. This is also quite releasing. Okay, coming back to the centre. Your hands to the side of the body, and just take a few jumps to make sure you're fully woken up. So jump 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Great, you're ready for your day.